seconds when the show will truly begin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sup, well, sup, sauce. How's it going? Ladies and gentlemen, today is a good day. We have a new head coach. That's a big deal. Sup, Alex of AZ. Suns fan 79 first. Yes, sir. Who is first? Lord Kuko. Or Goku. Kuko. I know what I was saying. Goku. Come on, I know what I was doing. Sup, Justin? It's going good. It's going good. We'll start here in less than a minute. Dub, Reen, deck the cards, 11, 11, 11. Yo, what's up? Let's go, Suns. Oh, he's going to fit just nicely as point guard. If they draft him. We got Coke. We got Kokoskov. We got Coco. What is his nickname? My guy, brother. Sorry, these are really strong. So, Stoop, what's up, my guy? Thanks for adding this to hell yeah. I special edition everything. Can't believe we got Coco. I'm stoked. I'm in love with the Coco. Team Coco. We need to steal that. Team Coco. We definitely need a center. Those look like filter glasses. They are just really good. They're just really good sunglasses. Got a special girl who picked these out for me. I really dig them. I'm going to start about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So, welcome to Valley of the Suns Live, the special edition. My name is Adam Ains. I'm your host. I'm your stat editor. I'm your friend of the sun. Igor Kokoskov, or Kokoskov, or I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name just yet correctly, is the Phoenix Suns' new head coach, and I'm stoked. He is the 19th head coach in franchise history, so 19 head coaches in soon-to-be 51 years. They have not officially stated. We have 2 Cocos, George. Yeah, that's right, Coco. George, that's right, Coco. Team. We are all hashtag Team Coco right here. Igor. So, real quick, please heart, please like, please retweet, please share, please subscribe. Do all of that stuff. Why haven't you done it yet already? What's up, my brother? Yeah, so this is obviously a special edition. Our regular show is Mondays. That was 2 days ago. So our regular show is Monday at 6 p.m., but I always do a special edition when we have some big breaking news. I'll do one for the lottery. I'm going to do one for the draft. I'm going to do one for big trades. And I'm going to do one for Igor Kokoskov or Kokoskov. I'm going to just stick with Kokoskov until somebody actually shuts me down. But anyway, he is the Suns' new head coach, 19th in history, first European head coach. Well, okay, that's a good question. Kurt, here's what people think. Sup, brother? Let me look at Twitter real quick where I put up a poll where I asked people to grade A, B, C, D, or F. Sup, brother? And Suns fans, 59% of Suns fans rate this higher as an A, 33% as a B. So that would mean A, B, or higher. 92% of Suns fans. B plus. Igor released the Hounds, or Igor released the Hounds. I'm torn about between Ayton and Doncic. I've been on the Ayton bandwagon because I don't want the Suns to have a center so bad. But I'll tell you, now that they have Igor. Now, granted, my pie in the sky pipe dream has been somehow to land both Ayton and Doncic. But now that they have Igor, I'm really wondering. I certainly won't be disappointed whatsoever if they draft first and they select Doncic. I won't be, because I just think Doncic is going to fit right in. Have you scheduled an interview with Igor yet? No, I have not. The amazing Suns fans, not to be negative. Gamble said this isn't affecting our draft choice, and it shouldn't. So they needed to hire a head coach that was going to be the best coach for everybody, regardless of who. So this cannot. I've been saying that for weeks. I mean, this is no, Gambo's probably stealing this idea from me. Not really, but certainly the Suns just need to draft the best available player. Now, here's what they do in regards to Luka Doncic. And please, one more time, please heart, please retweet, please share, please subscribe. We've got Periscope, we've got YouTube, we've got Twitter, we've got Facebook. What else do you want from me? Hey, I don't know if he's Coach Dragon Bender, but that's a good point. Doncic makes the most sense now, though. So my point, though, is if nothing else, the Suns now have the best intel on Luka Doncic. Igor's going to be able to tell him, here's how Luka is as a man or as a kid. Here's how Luka is as a teammate. Here's how Luka is as an athlete. Here are his basketball strengths, his basketball weaknesses. I've designed offenses for him. I've designed defenses for him. This is how he ran them. Ryan McDonough is going to know more about Luka Doncic than any. And I'm going to make this statement as fact. It's impossible to state as fact, but I'm going to do so. He's going to know more about Luka Doncic prior to the NBA draft than any Phoenix Suns general manager is going to know about any potential draft pick in franchise history. Because Igor Kokoskov will have actually coached Luka for the last 2 years, winning a gold medal in the Eurobasket. You take Doncic, what should we do with perimeter defense address? Exactly. So really, you're the man. I don't say that word, but you're the man, Stoop. So really, I mean, to me, it's all about strategy. It's all about system and less individual players. You just get a system in place to be able to put them in the right position to play good defense. You've got to be able to know how to help. You've got to be able to know how to double. You've got to know when and where. Luka, I think will be fine. A lot of people say, well, Luka doesn't play defense. DeAndre Ayton doesn't play defense. This is the NBA. This is basketball. Nobody plays defense. They'll get in somebody's way. They'll, so long as they're not hacking, I'm okay with that. So easy to take Igor if Suns don't get number 1. Donovan Mitchell is a major factor. Donovan Mitchell, Steve Nash, George Hill, winning a title with Detroit, coaching, obviously playing, having a top defense with Utah. I mean, he's got a lot of good success. We need a center. I want Doncic to be as explosive as Westbrook. I want him to play more like Penny. Or Ben Simmons. Can Doncic play point guard at the primary position? That's essentially what he would do. He'd be a positionless point 4, basically. He would be a positionless point 4. So that's what you would look at Doncic, is just you would expect him to be able to stretch the floor and be able to play from all over the place, play in point, but then also he'd be able to stretch defenses when Devin Booker's playing the point, or even Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson showed he can handle the ball. And then maybe you do get Tyreek Evans. You still have Brandon Knight. Someone like they will have, if they draft Luka, they're gonna have a ton of flexibility in the backcourt. Or we could draft Doncic and trade for Whiteside and Jordan. We could. Do you think we can get a start power forward? I want Kevin Love. A lot of people are ripping me today, but I don't care. I want Kevin Love. I didn't see that. If Josh plays the 4 a bit, maybe. What about Bender and Warren? I think Bender is going to succeed under Igor. I really want him to stay with the team. Whiteside, DeAndre Jordan was old. Whiteside, though, at least could be a fill-in for a couple of years. I mean, you could just trade for him if you get him cheap. I'm really not all that hyped about the 16th overall pick. I'm really not. So I'm totally fine with that being traded for a veteran. I'm hoping Coco can unlock Bender's potential. Me too. And I think it's going to be all about the offense. It's all going to be about the offense. If he was in America, would he still be as high a prospect? That's a good point. That's a good question. I don't know. Probably. I'm going to say apparently appears to be talented. I can't wait to see how Josh Jackson may improve. Although Josh Jackson played very well the second half of the year. I want him to shoot, drag it. A lot of people are talking about bringing back Dragic. We're going to have a post about that potentially tomorrow. Warren should come off the bench, right? Yes, in my opinion, he should. I want that depth. Okay, so we've got Doncic, Booker, Jackson, Love, DeAndre Jordan. I heart that. But how are you going to get both DeAndre Jordan and Love? Doncic is Simmons with a shot that would be sick. Any chance Len stays? Yes, I could see Len staying on a cheap contract. Again, I wrote today that I think Elfrid Payton, that'll publish tomorrow, that Elfrid Payton can stay on a cheap contract. You need depth, and their depth guys trade Miami's pick. Davin Reed and Tyson for Gordon. If they would take that, Doncic, Booker, Jackson, Harris, Capella is another big one. No, I say please. So real quick, please retweet, please share. Tell everybody we're going to go for a good 45 minutes, I promise. If we don't draft Doncic, maybe put together a package for Dragic. You could maybe even put together a package for Dragic if you can move Brandon. Maybe not in that particular Dragic. Can you look up bigger stats as assistant coach? What would you want to see as an assistant? I would not mind Lynn saying. Again, I wouldn't either as a backup, but I would prefer Ayton. Len wouldn't be terrible off the bench. No, he wouldn't. He isn't terrible off the bench. He's just fine off the bench. He just is not a starter. We still have Brandon Knight, so I think he's going to be a higher priority. Agreed. But the thing is, though, is that you're going to just pick the best available in the draft. So while I would say in trade or for agency, yes, the higher priority is going to be point guard, center, truthfully. It's going to be center. I still think if Doncic is the best available, you go after him. Don't want Dragic. He trashed the organization before. But he already apologized. He did apologize this season. I think he come back. Mend some fences. He's 6'7". Doncic is 6'7". Worst case, we get back Larry Bamba. That is worst case because I'm still hoping for first or second. What would you do with our fringe players? I would keep Shaq. I would let Davin Reed and Nealis go. I'd give Peyton a shot if he can sign for 1 year, $5 million. We still have Brandon Knight. Yep, Doncic is 6'8". Oh, I thought it was 6'7", but still. I'm sure he can even guard the 4 in very, very, very minor limited situations. So I mean, just pick and rolls. But do you think Igor would be pissed off if we did draft? No, again, he would not be pissed off. He can't be pissed off. He won't have a choice. He's going to have a voice in giving Ryan McDonough the best intel any general manager in the NBA will have on Doncic. Ryan McDonough is going to have better intel than anybody because Igor Kokoskov is Doncic's head coach in Slovenia and has been for 2 years. That being said, if Ryan McDonough Well, if A, Ryan McDonough believes that somebody's better, believes DeAndre Ayton is a once-in-a-generation center, and I want to pick him first, you do that. Or if they slip to, say, third and Doncic is off the board. So, I mean, and that's why you cannot hire a head coach based on who you might draft, because you just have no idea who's going to be available. You don't know the situation. Who are we going to hire for assistant coach? That's a good question. I don't know. They didn't mention that yet. Getting Orgers is a lot better than he was first name appeared. Agreed. Do you think Dame or John Wall would be available? Potentially either one, but I doubt highly that the Suns would get either. I would prefer Wall. I didn't see that one who's fading away. Doncic seems like a McDonough guy, versatile both ends. I would agree with that. He's also a modern NBA guy. He knows more about Doncic than anybody in the NBA. Exactly. Igor Kokoskov knows more about Doncic than anybody in the NBA. That is a big, big deal. With Igor, I don't care who we get. If we get Bob or Porter, I'd still be happy. Well, then, I mean, you're happy at 4. I'd still prefer 1 through 3, if not top 2. If McDonough can pull something out of his hat, there's a miracle. He is a legend. Yeah, I don't think you bring Toronto back as an assistant. I mean, like, would I be cool with that? Yeah, that just doesn't happen. He's going to go probably be a lead assistant. Maybe he might even replace Igor as lead assistant in Utah. You never know. Yo, what's up, brother? Do I think Dragic would come back? Yeah, in a trade, he wouldn't have a choice. Terry Rozier is not moving. Boston will keep him. And Ayton would be the best scenario of the offseason and maybe a vet. I think best scenario, if you're thinking point guard, would probably be Tyreek Evans. You're going to get somebody who is at least an unrestricted free agent. Terry is not going to be. They're not going to be able to get him. He's going to win. Why would Boston do that? Toronto probably doesn't want to come back at this point. Well, that's true. I mean, he might not want to. I saw that article about Rozier. Cool. I don't think I wrote one. Toronto did well in the development of... Did I? No, I don't think I wrote one. Toronto did well in the development checks. Yeah, well, I think Toronto was a very good coach. You know, I do want to say... Did I write one? I don't remember if I wrote one of Rozier. Sorry, I wrote so much. It's only going to trade for a star. Agreed. What about trade for Wall and draft Ayton? I would be good with that. But can't pay everyone. They got to pay Kyrie. Shaq is better than Knight. That's high praise. Coco will do one more of the development. So, the first thing I want to just say, though, is thank you to Jay Toronto. Jay Toronto did a tremendous job, in my opinion. He lost because the Suns wanted to lose. He did it without complaining. He developed Booker. He developed Josh Jackson. I do think he developed both Marquise Chris and Dragon Bender. I think he would have been just fine developing Ayton, Doncic, Baggs, Porter, anybody, had he stayed. That being said, obviously, he wasn't the right choice. I think Kokoskov is probably the better choice. I feel like bringing Toronto back is like a slap in the face, and him couldn't see him wanting back. That's very true. Please go ahead and please heart, please like, please retweet. Bring it on. Let's go. Like tier grams with one group here. Agreed. Matt Luka, the Suns confirmed. No, not in the least. Agreed. Igor is a great hire. Now that Igor is a coach, who would you draft number 1? DeAndre Ayton. Throw Max and Boogie Cousins. Not a chance in hell. He may never be the same player. Rozier's only possibility if you help facilitate. Agreed. Rozier's only possibility if somebody facilitates Kawhi Leonard or or the unibrow to Boston. Would I trade up for Sexton? No, I do not like Sexton. He's too much like Eric Bledsoe. I do not like that kind of a point guard. I want somebody who's more dedicated to passing than scoring. I really, really, really do. Especially because you have such a potent offensive player, 2 potent offensive players in Devin Booker and Josh Jackson, who are off-ball players. They both can be on ball, but that being the case, I don't want the point guard taking shots away from them. What would I give up for Kawhi? Brandon Knight. No, I'd give up more than that. I will write about that, actually. I'll check for that in the next 2 or 3 days. Would I like favors come to the Suns in the free agency? Yes, on a cheap, I know it's only like 26, right? But cheaper. I'd rather go after somebody bigger. SJ with the Miami pick. Okay, how will Booker benefit for Coco? Okay, Booker will benefit because he will actually have movement in the offense. That was one of his big problems, is that he would have to play isolation because nobody moved. And so if you watch Coco, look up Igor Kokoskov like offense on YouTube. You'll see his teams move. They look very much like the San Antonio Spurs. I love it. They're since offering Gordon. I want Aaron Gordon. He's my power forward hope. How long are you streaming for? About 30 to 45 minutes. So they're half hour. Well, if you don't throw any big money at a free agent, then you're making a trade because you really don't want to sit on that money. You're trying to start to win now. You definitely want to make Devin Booker happy. Okay, if we get the number 2 pick, would you take Bagley if Ayton is gone? No, I'd probably go Doncic, number 2. Booker said Campbell wasn't consulted on the hire. I wonder what he thinks. I'm sure he'll be happy. Bagley is pretty underrated. I do think he's a very good scoring power forward, but I'd rather go point guard. I hope we can get Aaron, and that's the thing. I would hope to get Aaron Gordon for agency, draft either Doncic or Ayton, and then supplement the other way around. Who's your perfect big man? Ooh, I like Gamble. I love Gamble. Who is my perfect what? It faded. How in Ayton or Alton? I think you mean Ayton playing Igor's system. Well, you have to play fast. You just have to play fast. Which free agents do you think would want to come here? I think a lot of them would want to. If you throw the max at them, if there's no competition and you're throwing the max. I mean, if Orlando, if the Suns Bagley equals Okafor 2.0, a lot of people are saying that Ayton equals Okafor 2.0. If Bagley equals Okafor 2.0, then give me Ayton. Trade 16 and Chris and a future first for Conley. Way too expensive. I do not want Conley. He is way too expensive. He's making like 30 plus. Nope, I'd rather get somebody for 25 plus. Save some of that money to use for other places. If we draft Ayton, do you think we will throw a max at point guard or power forward? I mean, again, power forward, possibly, yeah. I don't know what point guard you could throw in the max at. There's really not available except for Chris Paul, and you wouldn't do that. Ayton needs to be more aggressive, agreed. And again, he's only 18. He's only 19. He's young. I really don't want Bagley or Jaren Jackson. Well, then hopefully the Suns draft first or second. Jamal, yes, we got a post coming out about Jamal Crawford coming tomorrow. Just watch. It's going to be a good one. How much cap space is available after we throw $150 million at Booker? There's going to be plenty. They'll have enough because that money doesn't, the Booker contract won't take effect until 1920. So we still have time. Wall's making $50 million. He is, I know, but he's a better point guard. Watching Igor and his Utah game in the huddle, he's helped take them so far. Oh yeah, no, this is a great call. Have you gotten a chance to hear what some players are thinking? I have not. I expect to see it on Twitter. I really do. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share. We're going to go another 30 minutes. Bring it on. Let's talk. Everybody seems to be really pumped about this. What do I expect to see? Most player development, a better offensive system, a better defense, better systems all the way around that are just going to help. Just putting the players in the right place, getting them moving. Understand. I'm really excited for the offseason too. 1920. Did you announce? I didn't see what did I announce? Repeat that. Who's your dream big man offseason if we don't get Ayton? My dream would probably be Aaron Gordon first, and then I would be okay with Capella. A lot of movement. That's the thing. That is part of Igor Kokoskov's MO, is that he's a lot of movement. That's going to help a lot. Hopefully, Dragon Bender never hunkers down in a corner and doesn't move again, because that's just obnoxious. When do you expect to see the most player movement? Around the draft. Really nothing before. Suns have a lot of cap that they can clear too. They can definitely clear 3 big contracts. Playoffs next year? I say yes. I say the Phoenix Suns made the playoffs in 2019. Mark it down. Did they announce how much they're going to pay Igor? Not yet. Not yet. I want Igor to yell and get technical pumped up the team. He probably will. How far off we have the playoffs that you are a potential 1-2 pick? This year. I think Jackson or Bender can be the most improved. I would say that's a good point. I might steal that idea. My 3 vets, repeat that. What would you consider a perfect offseason? Draft free agency, all included. My perfect offseason would now be Ayton, Aaron Gordon, Tyreek Evans. Drafting Ayton, signing Eric Gordon, and then signing Tyreek Evans and letting Knight start. May 15th out of the second best. I don't know. 1987 might have been just as big as, might be bigger than this, just because that was David Robinson, and they finished second. I do think Aaron Gordon is worth it. Sign and trade, yeah. I mean, you might have to sign a trade because you could get a 5th year too. Bender might finally be good. I think he will. Who's overrated? Hell yeah, great hire in playoffs. And I'm telling you, I think this year they make the playoffs. Doncic, Booker, Jackson switching on screens would be so nice considering the size. Dude, I totally agree. Totally agree. I think Aaron Gordon is definitely worth it. He's a good scorer. He's a good rebounder. He's Blake Griffin 2.0. No, well, I'm saying Aaron Gordon. If I sound like Eric, I apologize. Could be my nose. I feel like getting Doncic with a decent center would be more beneficial than Ayton with a decent point guard. Why is AG worth it? Because, again, he can not only is a good scorer, he's Blake Griffin 2.0, but he can also shoot threes. You think the Suns try to move Chandler or Dudley? I think they try to move both, but I'd be okay with keeping either. Just one, though, and he's projected to be better. I hope we trade Chris. I hope they don't, but I hope that if they do, they get, it's in a big package, where I'm just stoked. Can guard the perimeter. So, Doncic, that's a good point. Did I have surgery? I did not have surgery. Thank God. Doncic Booker backcourt is on limited upside. He is only 22. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing, is Aaron Gordon fits the timeline, so to speak. If we draft Doncic, do we go after its center in free agency? Potentially Clint Capella, especially if they throw the max or something high. Should the Sixers out pursue Nick Gers? I'm not sure. When is Barkley going to thump Green? Did Aaron Gordon have surgery recently? Not that I'm aware of, but I can look that up. If we are keeping one, keep Chandler. Duds has nothing left. Okay, I would agree with that. But I would still be okay with him on the bench. I'm looking up Aaron Gordon injury. for the Mexican Capella. A lot of people would like to throw the Mexican Capella. Jabari Parker, I just don't think they let him go. I just don't think Milwaukee lets him go. I really don't. I see no injury news on Aaron Gordon. So if he did, he has concussion issues. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about that. Not in basketball. I wish we could. Oh, I love the New Jerseys. Nick Garrett's lead the NBA in steals this season. AG has knee surgery for the dunk contest. No. Well, it did only play in 58 games, but okay. Let me check this site. I got a couple sites I'd look for. If the Suns drafted, I would not be upset if the Suns drafted Doncic first. I would not, because I would expect that at that point. Well, that's a good point, Kurt. At that point, if the Suns draft Doncic first, and that means they think Doncic is better. And there you go. I would rather trade Dario for Nickers. If we help Bender, it will help Bender because Igor is good. Yeah, well, that's the thing. He appears to be very good with young players. Okay, I'm not seeing really any recent knee injury. He hit a right sore calf late in the year, but he still played. I think he's good. I think he's good. I would be Ayton. If they draft Doncic first, or at least it looks like they have a solid plan in place. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're saying if they drafted him first over Ayton, at least it appears they have a solid plan in place. Yes, I think their solid plan is either Ayton or Doncic if they have the first pick. I mean, I'm totally fine with both because I can see them going after any number of guys to fill the opposite positional hole. I mean, if they draft Ayton, I can see them going after why am I drawing a blank? Kyrie Evans. If they draft Doncic, I could see him going after Julius Randle, Clint Capella, keeping Tyson Chandler for one more year. I mean, I could just see options. Trade for Gortat? Hell no, I do not want Gortat. He's too soft. What would you have to GM this offseason? Targets and deals to speed the timeline. Okay, I would target Aaron Gordon. I would target Julius Randle. I would target Tyreek Evans. I would see about Kawhi Leonard, although I'd really not want to trade. I probably actually would not go after Kawhi Leonard unless he was just super cheap. Please no old man Gortat. And then if the Suns land the first pick, I would look to use the 16th pick and Chris and future picks. I would just roll the dice. Can I get back into the top 5? But those would be my free agent options. Do you think Igor was the right fit for the Suns? The options had yes. Steven Adams, OKC is breaking up. Steven Adams would be very interesting. Yeah. Although I doubt that they let him go. I really do. How do you like JJJ? I think he's fine. I wouldn't take him over the top 3. Aaron Gordon had foot surgery in 2017. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I mean, he really, he was healthy at the end of the season. So, I mean, I'd be okay throwing money at him. Who would you pick if we would happen to fall out of the top 2 considering to? Oh, I would go Bagley. So if Doncic or Ayton, or if Doncic and Ayton are gone, I would go Bagley for sure. And then probably look for Bamba. Compensation going to be way too high for Kawhi. Agreed. Especially because I got to give up Josh Jackson, who's a 7-year younger, Kawhi Leonard. No, the Suns should not go after Carmelo Anthony. Please heart, please retweet, please share. Oh, come on, let's be fair. I'd go Bagley 3rd, and then I'd go Bamba 4th. Please heart, please retweet, please share. And go ahead and please follow us on YouTube, on Twitter, on Periscope, and on Facebook. I'm so stoked. It sounds like you guys are really stoked. Take Doncic and trade back up for Bamba. I would be very, very, very okay with that. And it would depend on where Bamba might slide to. I'd be very, very, very okay with that. Let me actually see if I can find a more recent 2018 NBA mock draft. I've got it right here. Yeah. Here we go. I would go back like Carmelo. I just don't, I don't know what he would fit. I don't know where he would fit. Okay, so let's see. This one did not work. I can't wait for 15th to roll around. Oh, dude, I'm stoked. Why are people so happy? Because the guy is an athletic monster who plays incredible defense. He really, really is. He's an athletic monster who plays incredible defense. So I would totally roll with that. All right, so basketball inside. Bamba going 5th. Jesse Blancart has Bamba going 6th. And Moke Hamilton has Mohamed Bamba going 8th. So depending on how far they slide, dude, me too. Very much. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's you. Okay. Sweet. I saw you followed my personal account and was like, oh, crazy. So, yeah, no, I'm stoked. So according to Basketball Insiders, they've got Bamba going 5th to Orlando, 6th to Chicago or 8th to Cleveland. So in other words, they have no idea. Oh, there are more, actually. Steve Kyler, who I love, has Bamba going 6th. So can you trade to the 6? Can you trade to 6 and maybe land there? Silver will finally allow the Suns go first overall. I don't, but I'd be stoked. I don't think that Silver and the NBA draft gods will let the Suns jump first, but who knows? I mean, who am I to hold out hope for something that will probably never happen? So, oh man, you guys, I'm stoked. I can't wait for the 15th. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nope, it won't happen. Just want to see. NBA draft room has Bamba going 6th, although I have Doncic going 5th behind Jared. I'll tweet him. I'll see what we can do. Because I hope we draft Ayton. So here's the thing. If the Suns landed the first pick, but they traded back to number 2, get another asset. Yeah, why not? I mean, because then you get Luka and who knows? Yeah, I would totally be okay with that. If we fall to 4, got to take Trey. I mean, I would see that, but that's kind of high. Ayton all day agreed. What do you think of Ayton? And then we trade back up and take Trey Young. That I would be very good with. NBA Draft.net is my favorite. Oh, yeah, I hit that up. Ayton all day. Yeah, no, I'd be very happy with drafting Ayton and then going with Trey Young, trading back up to get Trey Young, who, Basketball Insiders. Let's see where Basketball Insiders is. What number did they have Trey Young? That's a good question. That's what I'm looking up right now. So give it a second. I'll have it right here. Okay, so they have going 9 to New York, 7 to Sacramento, Trey Young and Shai Alexander. Why would they go point guard? I don't know. Yeah, they might be. Suns won't make the playoffs until Charles Barkley comes out of retirement. Well, then they definitely won't make the playoffs there. Okay, so they've got Basketball Insiders has Trey Young going 9 to New York, 7 to Sacramento, 10 to Philly, and 8 to Cleveland. He's too busy fitting Draymond. Yeah, Ayton is so strong and skilled, it'd be hard to pass up on him. Yeah, no, I still think that they go Draymond number 1. Please retweet, please share. Please go ahead and follow us on all of your favorite social media accounts. Trey Young would make sense for them. Great shooter. I do think he would. If they could trade up to get him, I would be okay trading for Trey Young. I'd be okay for trading up to Mamba. I'd be even more stoked if they could draft DeAndre Ayton and then trade up for Luka Doncic. That would be ideal. So, like, if Luka slipped to 5 and you could trade up to 5, I'd be stoked about that. I don't see that happening. I don't see Michael Porter going 3rd. I don't see Jaren Jackson going ahead of Luka Doncic. But that's been my pipe dream. How mad would it be if the Cavs? I'd be very mad if the Cavs got the number 1 pick. I'd be super mad if the Cavs got the number 1 pick. I might break my phone if the Cavs got the number 1 pick. Mellow's cheeks. Why would anyone want him taken away from the young guys and not playing well? Yeah. No, I don't think they would get him. I was talking about for the Sixers, but Young would be great here too. Oh. But they've got Ben Simmons. It doesn't make sense to have them. I mean, they've got 2 top point guards. By the way, they have the Suns taking Zaire Smith, Kyrie Thomas, Zanin Musa, and Lonnie Walker. So, yeah, 3 shooting guards and a small forward. Got something to punch nearby in Latter-day. Yep, exactly. Was that you that said that last year too? Any 2 top 10 picks would be, any 2 top 10 picks would be sick. Yeah, except that I just don't want Colin Sexton. If the Suns go point guard, outside of Luka Doncic, if they trade up, I would prefer Trey Young to Colin Sexton. I really would. Just better style. Phoenix could trade for Kawhi. They could, but they won't. I mean, they won't. I mean, it's certainly possible. I'm not going to say it's impossible, and I don't see it happening. By the way, this time has flown by. We are 30 minutes in, so please like, please retweet. We're going to go another 15 minutes. We're going to make this a little bit shorter, go 45 minutes. So consider this triple overtime on a half-hour show. Knowing that do not work out for any teams to draft helps having Igor. Yep, let's keep it away for us to get in the top 10. Sexton is a black hole with the ball. Exactly. He's a step and with the Suns. Great. No, I totally agree. I see him as an Eric Bledsoe. And the Suns had Eric Bledsoe. They couldn't win with Eric Bledsoe. I don't want Eric Bledsoe. Oh, yeah. Josh Jackson coming off of one of those screens by Igor's system is definitely fire. That's the thing. I really am very excited about having a not motionless, but, a high motion offense. That's going to be very, very exciting. Oh, so over on YouTube, we've got Dev Mata asked, is this the perfect coach for Booker? I think so, because they're going to have a lot of movement. Go ahead, if you're watching on YouTube, please go ahead and message. I will keep that up. I always read. After how well the 76ers have done, doubt that anyone with Booker and Jackson, you guys, these kind of fade fairly quickly tonight. Can you explain? I mean, it's run and gun. I hear, as I understand it, it's run and gun with a lot of motion in the half court. So he's got a lot of running and a lot of motion. He's got a lot of high picks, a lot of high, passing around the arc, trying to get the switches that he wants and the guards to drive and kick. He said to look at Igor's offense on YouTube, and man, it is a 180. Yep. Lots of screens, lots and lots of screens. Yes. Why do you like the Tyreke Evans? Because he's a shooter and he's a passer. I don't think he'd be selfish. He can both score, but he's also a good passer. His assist numbers are very good when it needs to be. I think there's some people with Nan-Bitter potential in this draft. What is Nan-Bitter? It's a slang word that I am not familiar with. I'm high on Tyreke Evans because he can shoot, he can play defense, and he's got he's a good passer. He can get a lot of assists. He's not going to be a black hole like Eric Bledsoe was. Who will benefit the most from Igor's coach to the Suns? I don't think he's a bum. What is it, Nan-Bitter? I don't know what that word is. I'm sorry. Who will benefit most? I think it's Dragon Bender. Is Nan-Bitter a bot? Does this hire mean we'll be out of the quiet sweepstakes? Why would it take them out? Why might not have put them in? Sup, Iowa? Igor's the man. I don't think this hurts the Suns' chances of landing anybody in any position. I think this, if anything, enhances it, especially European guys. I mean, I think they might be stoked. He's the first European, or at least non-North American-born head coach in the league. So, starting lineup: Doncic, Booker, Jackson, Aaron Gordon, and Steven Adams. Playoffs, yes. Who's my favorite free agent for the Suns? Aaron Gordon. No, I'm asking if there's potential. I don't know what Nan-Bitter is. Somebody's got to explain what that is. Seems to be youth-driven hire. Yeah, could be youth-driven hire, but they're still going to go after veterans. Not going to be 40-year-old veterans. They probably wouldn't go after Vince Carter, although I'd be stoked to bring Vince Carter back. It's just, the ninth guy, 10th guy. But, third small forward. No, you're good. It was a great hire. Ryan McDonough's off to a good start. You didn't answer any questions about because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, so now I'm going to ignore you. Shaq could take a big leap next year in Kokoskov development. Well, if he's back. I mean, especially draft Luka. You're going to already have Brandon Knight. I could see Shaq definitely coming back, but you still have Tyler Ulis under contract. Do I think Igor takes young core to the playoffs next year? Yes, I do think the Suns can make the playoffs next year. I really do. It also depends on what they're doing for agency and trade. They got to go get some other star talent. But especially if they draft Aiden or Doncic, and Doncic pans, well, either one of them pans out. And then, it's even a thing. It's just looking like nothing. Yeah, okay. And especially if they're able to land some form of a star in either draft or trade. Trade or free agency, excuse me. If we're right the same team, I don't think Popovich gets the playoffs. Yeah, well, they're not going to have the same team. Ryan McDonough even said that he expects there to be a lot of turnover. Any idea who he's going to be bringing on the staff? I have no idea. I really don't. Couldn't tell you. I wish I could. Do you think the Doncic becomes the number one pick now rather than Aiden? I don't think so, no. But if he did go first overall, I would not be hurt by it at all. I really wouldn't. Because I think he'd be a perfect fit. He's going to come right in. He's going to know Igor's system right away. So I can't imagine that that would be a bad pick whatsoever now. We've got about 10 more minutes. Please heart. Please like, please retweet, please share. We got people watching on YouTube. We got people watching on Twitter. We got people watching on Periscope. We got people watching from all over the world. We're all stoked about Igor Kokoskov. No private workouts for Luka. Apparently not. Yeah, everybody in the draft has bust potential. I couldn't imagine a single person. Okay, so the Phoenix Suns just tweeted that's Kokoskov. So I was close. Kokoskov. I think honestly they all have bust potential. I mean, I love the NBA draft because it's exciting, but I hate the NBA draft because those guys nobody has a freaking clue. Can he work with young players over the summer? Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to work with the players as soon as the playoffs are over. Yeah, if Ayton is bust proof, then yeah, you pick him number one. And I do think Ayton is the best player of the draft. I absolutely think he's the best player of the draft. But I mean, what the hell do I know? I watch ASU basketball, not U of A. Although it's just every time he played ASU, he dominated. So that meant something to me. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to the draft, I hate projecting because I just have no clue. Nobody does. They can say, how many guys, Anthony Bennett went number one. you know, Booker was drafted 15th. Hating his bust proof, so we get Luka over DeAndre. I doubt it, but it just depends on where they're drafting. Do they hire Coco affect Doncic? Not working out for teams. Well, I mean, I don't even know what an embidder is, and yes, I would consider Earl Watson an embidder or an embidder. He's gonna have to talk to teams because there's just no guarantee the Phoenix Suns can draft him. Okay, did I say 15th? Yeah, Booker was drafted 13th. But I mean, that's just the thing. Is just that he's gonna have to. Yeah. Oh, Greg over. Exactly. Greg Oden over KD. Do you think Donovan Mitchell would be as good as even? Yeah, I do think he'd be as good. I mean, I think that you got to give Igor some credit for everybody that's succeeded with him. But I mean, Donovan Mitchell is just a hell of a player. So, what did he teach him that he did? You know, what did Igor teach him that Donovan Mitchell didn't know? I don't know. But hopefully, whatever he taught him, he can teach that to Devin Booker and Dragon Bender and everybody else. I don't think Luka is working out because he's in the country playing game. Oh, yeah, that's probably they're like just watch me play. Well, I think that's exactly what he said. Actually, it's just come watch me play, which Robert Sarver has done. Robert Sarver has watched Luka Doncic play. So, you know what? What does Draft Express say in terms of them? Rubio gives him a lot of credit for shooting improvement. Well, bringing Rubio but you still have Brandon Knight. I would take Rubio over now that we have Luka. Now that we have Igor, I could go with Ricky Rubio for a year, maybe 2 over Tyreek Evans. Oh, which, by the way, Alex Kennedy retweeted 4 potential Tyreek Evans landing spots. Let's check this out real quick. Oh, I've got Twitter right here. Let's just see real quick. Alex Kennedy, 4 potential landing spots for Tyreek Evans. What does it say? Just an Igor improve Ricky's shot. I don't want him. Well, I mean, why not? It's just coming for a year or two back up. Did they announce when it's press? If they have, I did not see that. Okay, so let's see what this says. What are 4 potential landing spots for Tyreek Evans? I do wonder if they have the Suns on this list. It is loading. We're going to go another 8 minutes, y'all. Okay, so here we go. 4 potential spots. Wow, their page is going super slow. I wonder if everybody's clicking on this right now. Who is Igor Kokoskov? He is the current lead assistant for the Utah Jazz. Okay, big money. Okay, so he's saying Atlanta, Dallas, Chicago. Okay, so I don't know who the 4th one is, but I see Dallas, Atlanta, Dallas, and Chicago. So there we go. But he's also said, no, 2 teams are interested in Evans to trade to Miami, Heat, and Boston Celtics could also be potentials. So there we go. So he doesn't mention the Suns. So, what do you know? The Heat, and who is this? Is this even Alex Kennedy's post? It's Frank Urbina. So there we go. You never know. I do think the Suns should target him. I do think he'd be very good, although they're saying he's going to be expensive. Oh, they've got Jabari. Let's see what they've got one on Jabari Parker. Let's see what that one says. Let's see. 4 potential landing spots for Jabari Parker. A lot of people do want him. Why do we go after Marcus Smart? I would be good with going after Marcus Smart. Okay, so let's see. Contract. Utah, Detroit, Milwaukee. So it's 4 potential landing spots for Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, and Utah. That's for Jabari Parker. And actually, now that I see what I did here, let's see Tyreek Evans again. Would it be completely impossible for the Suns to end up with both Ayton and Doncic? It wouldn't be completely impossible, it'd just be incredibly highly unlikely. And I say incredibly highly unlikely. I'm watching the Jazz game trying to see Igor on the bench. Supposedly all they said was it had something to do with, his position as well. Nobody thinks Philadelphia and Memphis, and to stay in Memphis. Although I thought he wanted out. But Portland, Indiana, Philadelphia. I don't see him in Portland. I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. What, they spend money on him there? They're paying a lot of money for the backcourt. Why did you then add Tyreek Evans? Brooklyn, Philly, that'd be interesting. The Lakers, duh, and stand with LKC. So nobody mentions Suns. How much do you think Igor will have in offseason moves? Probably not much, but he'll have a say. Do you think Igor will have a say in who the Suns should draft? Yeah, he's going to have a say. Like I said, Ryan McDonough is going to have the most information about Luka Doncic than any general manager in the NBA because he's got his current head coach. Igor Kokoskov is Luka Doncic's current head coach. So the Suns are going to have way more information about him than anybody else will have. That being said, that I guarantee you that did not play into the hiring of him because, well, I mean, if it did, it was not a primary reason because they, there's no guarantee that Luka will be available where they draft, A, and B, they cannot hire a head coach based on who they want to draft. Because what if Ayton is on the board? You probably still go Ayton. Now, if on some level, so here's the other thing. Let's just say on some level, Igor Kokoskov is willing to say, I will stake my head coachship, I will stake my reputation, I will stake everything who I am on you drafting Luka Doncic. If we have the first overall pick, you take him. Well, now, nobody cares that was behind the scenes Igor's staking his reputation. That falls on Ryan McDonough. And so if that fails, yeah, he's accepted. So if that fails, and if Luka busts, or if Ayton becomes that much better in the Suns have the opportunity to draft Ayton, then that looks terrible on Ryan McDonough. And Ryan McDonough's not going to have the opportunity to fire Igor. He'll be fired too. So, Ryan McDonough cannot hire a head coach based on a draft pick. He cannot do that. Now, he's going to get more intel on Luka than anybody else, as I've said. But if in the end, his research on all players puts DeAndre Ayton number 1, then he's got to take DeAndre Ayton number 1. But again, to just expand upon that point very briefly, if the Suns draft 3rd and they're both off the board, then it doesn't matter. I hope we're talking a lot of ball handlers in the offseason. Igor's offense, Slovenia needs that. Igor's offense in Slovenia needs that as much ball handlers? I know the Phoenix Suns offense needs that. At least they need one more in a point guard. Maybe not Draft Express. Okay, let's see. We're going to go in about 2 minutes, but I wanted to just see Draft Express. Oh, you have to pay for that. Oh, I forgot about that. Do you think Luka falls because we have hired? I don't think he falls. I just think that the Suns are going to have the best intel on him of any team, so I just don't think he falls. I'm like, oh, well, he's going to fall to... No, because the Suns are drafting first, then, whatever. He has that. It's about flow. Oh, yeah, he does have that. He does a lot of that flow. Do you think, and that's what I love, do you think Igor will help the Suns players this summer? Oh, yeah, I guarantee you he'll help the Suns players. He'll have the opportunity to work with them. He's going to be able to install his offense pretty early. They're going to know what they need to do. They're going to get in the right shape, hopefully. We should draft Ayton. We have 3-point shooters and point guard with Alfred. Alfred's an unrestricted free agent. Don't expect him to come back. Whole lineup rounded out. I still think the Suns should go Ayton number 1. If he's a generational center, you do that, and you can find a point guard. You still have Brandon Knight, and then maybe you can go after Tiger Evans. I mean, you can find a point guard. It's just a lot harder to find a center. If you've got a center, you got to go get a center. I heard Keys on the treadmill. Oh, that's good. I hope so. You're my man. You're my man, NBA. Do you hope the Jazz lose that Igor can come here and coach faster? No. Go win. Why not? I don't know if there's a whole lot that he can do at this point anyway, because the roster's in flux. Dragon better be pumping weights. He needs to freaking add some weight. He needs to add some muscle. I want to see that boy in the post. I want to see him in the post. He didn't play. He didn't have enough post game last year. And I do blame him on not coaching. All right, if Benner learns to drive and take contact, we can thrive. Oh, yeah. Oh, he can thrive in anybody's offense, and if that's what happens. He's earning a 3-point shot, be able to drive, be able to take the contact, be able to dunk the ball on somebody. Just saying. All right, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I am out of here. It's been 45 minutes. Thank you so much. I love you all. I will be back here in 5 days. I will be back here for the regular Monday show at 6 p.m. Arizona time. The regular Valley of the Suns live. Benner needs a cheeseburger too. Yeah, it needs a cheeseburger and muscle. Needs some weight and strength. So, this has been a special edition of Valley of the Suns live. The Igor Kokoskov edition. I am stoked. It seems like a lot of you guys are stoked. Who is the Happy Sons player that here that Igor is the coach? Probably Chuck and Bender. I don't like that word. What can I say? No, it's only Chuck because Alfred is the worst player. Yeah, he is the worst. 9.1%. A dozen cheeseburger with fries. I would go for that. You better get some shakes, too. Are Bender and Chris possible to start in the future now that Igor's here? They're the best possible of staying on the team. That's for sure. Anyway, you're a dork. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I will see you guys in like 5 days. I'll see you on Monday. I got nothing else to say. I love you all. See you in a week. Peace. Let's go, Suns.